Hello, uh, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be reading a book that I have released. So, um, it's called Paul Robinson, The Crowned King to the Sovereignty. And it's about this fictional wrestler named Paul Robinson, who's one of the biggest names in this fictional wrestling company, ACW. And it's the story. So Paul Robinson was one of the biggest names in ACW, from his debut as the Crown King to becoming a multiple-time world champion. This story follows the rise, rivalries, betrayals, factions, injuries, and final years of one of wrestling's most important figures. This is the story of Paul Robinson. Chapter 1: The Crowned King. Born on July 27, 1970, Paul Robinson entered ACW as the Crowned King, an arrogant American elitist who flaunted wealth and status over the fans. His official television debut aired on ACW Defiance on April 30th, but his true in-ring debut occurred earlier in a match, taped for ACW Hotshot. From the start, Robinson dominated enhancement talent, but it was his rich and title persona that made him stand out. Forming early alliances with Cash Nelson, Scott Hill, and Stephen Mitchell, Robinson began climbing the ranks. However, his first major test ended in failure when he lost to James Warrior at Ascension in 1996. Everything changed in 1997. Robinson won the Crown Tournament at Crown of Glory, marking his first major accolade, and soon after, he joined the rebellious faction D-Gen Rebellion, beginning a new chapter. Chapter 2, The Strategist, 1997 to 1999. Paul Robinson evolved. No longer just a rich elitist, he became the strategist, aligning with Stephen Mitchell to lead D-Gen Rebellion into one of ACW's most popular factions. After Mitchell's early retirement, Robinson took control, guiding a new generation: Maxima, Bennett Foster, and Caden O'Brien. Despite doubts backstage, the group thrived. The betrayal. On Monday Night Mayhem in 1999, everything collapsed. Maxima turned on Robinson, aligning with Vince Maverick's The Firm. During Robinson's ACW title match against The Blaze, he was forced to say "I quit" to protect Maxima, only for her to reveal it was all a setup. Robinson lost the match, the championship opportunity, and the person closest to him. The turning point, Ascension, 1999. At Ascension, Robinson completed one of the most important turns in ACW history. Maxima seemingly reunited with him. Then Robinson betrayed D-Gen Rebellion, joined the Firm, destroyed his own teammates. This wasn't just a heel turn, it was the birth of a main event villain. Chapter 3, The Maverick Robinson Era. Paul Robinson's gamble paid off. He became ACW champion, beginning a chaotic run filled with title wins and losses, rivalries with The Blaze, Sam Campbell, and Mr. Misery, constant manipulation and strategy. He aligned closely with the Maverick family, forming the Maverick Robinson faction, dominating ACW television. Peak of power. By 2000, Robinson fully embraced the strategist identity. Multiple-time ACW champion, brutal feuds including forcing Milo Freeman into retirement, tactical victories through manipulation and interference. But everything came to a halt: the injury. A devastating leg injury sidelined Robinson for over 8 months, ending one of the most dominant runs in ACW history. So this part is not including the book, but he actually makes his return in 2002, and he goes on to win the Riot Rumble at the Riot Rumble pay-per-view. He goes on to Ascension 2002, wins the World Championship, and then he loses it at the next pay-per-view, and then he eventually, in the summer, he turns heel, and then he and Stephen Mitchell begin a rivalry. But going back to the book. So Chapter 4, Ascended and Betrayal. Robinson, in 2003, formed the Ascended. The members were Jet Maddox, Russell O'Connor, and Dallas Baker. At Cataclysm 2003, every member held gold. Robinson himself held the ACW World Heavyweight Championship, leading the faction with absolute authority. The Rex Titan War. Robinson lost the title to Rex Titan, a dominant force, before eventually reclaiming it, proving he could adapt even against unstoppable opponents. The Ultimate Betrayal. After Russell O'Connor became the youngest champion at Final Reckoning in 2004, Robinson turned on him, not out of strategy, out of jealousy. He reclaimed the title at Cold Vengeance 2004, reestablishing himself as the top power in ACW. Chapter 5. Rivalries, Titles, and Legacy. Robinson's career entered a new phase. Multiple championship reigns, constant feuds with O'Connor, Jimmy Sierra, and others. Continued evolution as a character. He briefly reunited with Steven Mitchell, reforming D-Gen Rebellion, showing a rare face turn, but injuries once again disrupted momentum. Chapter 6, The Sovereignty, 2013 to 2017. Years later, Robinson reinvented himself again. At Final Reckoning 2013, he helped Russell O'Connor win the championship, the ACW World Championship that is, and formed The Sovereignty. Russell O'Connor, handpicked champion, the Vanguard, Enforcers, and Sarah Maverick, his wife. This was Robinson at his most powerful, not just a wrestler, but a corporate ruler. Downfall. Internal betrayals, rivalries with David Bell, and the collapse of alliances weakened the Sovereignty. Yet Robinson still achieved his final milestone, 14-time world champion. Chapter 7, Final Battles and Retirement, 2017 to 2023. Robinson's final years were about legacy. He revisited old rivalries, Elias Vance, Jimmy Sierra, Russell O'Connor. His final match, a loss to Russell O'Connor at Mega Lowdown. The final goodbye. At Ascension 2023, Paul Robinson stood in the ring for the last time. No faction, no title, no manipulation. Just a man who had built dynasties, destroyed them, and ruled ACW for decades. He left his boots in the ring and walked away. And that was Paul Robinson, The Crown King to the Sovereignty, the book that I wrote. So thank you very much for watching, if you are watching this. And I also want to say this book is now available on Amazon. And